guys, it's Lena, and today's layout is one that I thought I was recording from the beginning, but I wasn't. Um, oh, my camera. I thought I'd press play, but I didn't, and so I kind of missed the beginning of this layout, which was that I took two sheets of paper and I fused them together. Not fused them, I glued them together so that the top had the text writing and that the bottom was that really cute aqua kind of print. And so the collection that I'm using is the Jen Hadfield Cottage Living. And I'm using the 6x6 pad, which is that wood grain, and that pink that I had matted the picture with. And I think it's called Classic Stripes, which might be the back, and Accents, which are the large sheets. And so this paper collection, I love. I love the colors of. I love the black and the white. I love the mint. I love the coral. I love the accent of the wood grain. I love the accent of the gold that's in the tags and other things. But I don't think this collection comes with die cuts, which is really frustrating because my layouts are dependent on die cuts. So the die cuts that I am using are from Simple Stories, and they're the homespun bits and pieces. And this collection works well, well, pieces of it work well with the Jen Hadfield collection. Um, See, I pull out the yellows and I use, I think, a few other pieces as well. Um, yeah, and it kind of pieces that I use from that collection work with it, which I really liked, like that big kind of scallop circle. It's kind of like a doily with a graph paper on the inside. Works well. I use a Recollections Polaroid frame. Um, and those I've had in my stash for I think like a year now or something. And I use them very slowly. It's not it's not a piece that I use often. So I'm just gonna pop it up on pop dots, and I'm going to put it on my picture, but on an angle, which I love because it frames my husband and my munchkin, and but it doesn't take away anything at all. It doesn't make the picture look any smaller. I like the way it turned out. So you'll see what I mean in a second. There you go. That's what I end up doing, is sticking it down like that. And then I pull out my thickers. And what I use for the thickers are Rain Boots and Adorn. So Rain Boots is that black kind of vinyl scripty looking one. And then that one there is Adorn. So I'm going to end up spelling out Daddy's Girl, which my daughter totally is Daddy's Girl. When Daddy's in the room, Mommy, aka me, doesn't exist. So even though I care for her all day long, feed her, bathe her, teach her, play with her, when Daddy comes home from work, who's Mommy? I don't know. So I just spelled out Daddy in one font, and then Daddy's, I should say, and then Girl in another font. And I like the contrast between the two fonts. And I think it plays well with the text paper at the top. So I'm happy I did that. Now I'm also going to look through the My Mind's Eye Jubilee mixed bag. This is the Wild Berry collection. So I think this collection is, I have to say, it's a little difficult to use. The colors are super pretty. The prints are super pretty. I think it's just really hard to use. I think it's so colorful that it's a little bit too colorful. It's so pretty though. Like, I've had it in my stash for like maybe a year. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I love it, and I take it out and I look at it every once in a while. But it's so darn hard to use. So I just find the pieces that kind of work for me and what I need to do with it. Like that diamond kind of border. So that ended up working. It was a nice definition between the two papers. See, I want to use other pieces, but it just doesn't work. So now I'm going to pull out the florals, with the exception of that red that doesn't make it onto the layout, because the red, it wasn't going with what I was doing So I pull out the pink, I pull out the yellow, which ends up going in the top left. And I'm just going to start gluing things down. So I just create a cluster with them, with the flowers. I think it looks really cute. And that pink one, sorry, that yellow one is going to go in the top left eventually. I had that little cute colorful heart. And now you're just watching me go through the bag and trying to find pieces, and I want to use it all. I just couldn't. I think this layout would work better, or these die cuts would work better if you use less pattern cardstock and, like, let's say more of like white or even black as a base, and just add your color through your die cuts, because it was really hard to use. I don't know if I've said that enough. I don't know if I've mentioned it. So now I'm using some crepe paper, Maggie Holmes confetti. These are the tiny words. So I just pick a few that I think go with my layout. I love that typewriter. I don't know, it's such a random place that I put it in, but I love it. So I just used it, and it's been, I haven't used it at all. So it's about time I use it. So those are more of the word stickers. So I'm just going to put a few down, and it'll mimic journaling. And you guys know that from my other layouts that I don't journal. If there's something I need to say, I'll write it at the back of my layouts, because I don't know. I just feel like journaling, it could take away from your layout. Like, I mean, unless you have the most gorgeous writing, it's easy to mess up your layout, I feel, and I'm not always happy with my writing. So if there's a story I need to document, I just write it on the back. It's very simple. So I'm going to add that pink tag at the top left, glue down that yellow flower. What else do I do? I will at the end of the video, use the Dilutions White Linen, which I am loving so much right now. And I use some black watercolor. See, guys, it's like, I don't understand why manufacturers do this. We want our stuff to stick. I shouldn't have to put glue behind product when it's already sticky, when it's already meant to be sticky. So I was like, so frustrated at this. I get so frustrated with this, period, because I should not have to work with my glue in one hand and then, you know, just, I get so frustrated. I know you guys know what I mean. So I'm going to add a few more pieces, and then I think I call it done, other than the black splatter and the white linen dilutions. Yeah, there it is. So stay tuned for the pictures at the end of the video, and I thank you guys so much for watching. Hello to all my new subscribers, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.